So YouTube, it's your boy Souf Kowea, Team Second Down, Fayetteville, North Carolina, here to bring you my Genesis deck profile that topped at locals. If you want a good deck that just beats Kagero or Outlaw, this is the deck you should play. So my starter, it's Vivid Rabbit. What it does is counterblast one of the top 5 cards of your deck, get a grade 3, grab the grade 3, add it to your hand. Now the reason why I run this is because there's a lot of decks out there that likes to blow up your starter early game, and that's the reason why I run this, because I want to get rid of, I want to use the ability as quick as I can, or as soon as I can. I also run a second starter, Lighting. You know, it's a GB1 ability. You put it in your soul, then your Vanguard gains the ability when you soul blast a card. When you soul blast cards or cards, you can choose one of those cards you soul blast, and you can call them out for free. And my grade 3s, I went for Fenrir. Now he has a GB2 skill of you soul blast 3, and he gets a crit, and your opponent can guard with grade 1s or higher.
First to 16
and he has an on-strat skill that when you stride, you soul charge 3, then your Vanguard gains the ability of when you soul blast card or cards, you counterblast 1, you choose one of those cards you soul blast, and you call them out to the rear guard spot.
Actually,
my other rear guard is, my other grade 3 is I run 4 Yggdrasils. This is pretty much my late gamer. Legion ability, you Legion with Norn, and when you attack while this unit's in Legion, you soul blast 6, and it gets extra crit, and your opponent can guard grade 1s or higher. And if you have another unit in the middle column, it gains +3. On my grade 2s, I run 3 Chimera. Chimera's ability is when you call it to a rear guard spot, you get to choose up to 3 Regalia in your drop zone and put them into your soul. I run 4 copies of Norn. It's a 9k with the ability that if she's soul blasted, you choose your Vanguard with Regalia's name, it gets +5. Obviously it's for Yggdrasil. I run 4 of the grade 2 promos Hesperus. Now what she does is when she's soul blasted, you choose your Vanguard, and your Vanguard gains the ability is that when your Vanguard attack hits, you get to blow up retire one of your opponent's rear guards. Now this ability also stacks, which is great, and it doesn't need to be Regalia specific, so you can choose Fenrir or the Stride that's on top of Fenrir. Grade 1s, I run 4 Perfect Guards, the generic ones. The reason why I don't run the damage on flippers is because this deck doesn't really use a lot of counterblast. The only counterblast it uses is Fenrir. So plus sometimes I want to guard a rear guard spot. That's just, it depends on me honestly. But 4 P shields. 1 copy of Ordain Now. What this does is an act ability. You choose a grade 3 card with Regalia's card name in your drop zone. You put it in the bottom of your deck, then you choose a grade 3 Regalia Vanguard, and it gets +5. 2 copies of Hati. It's a GB1 skill. What you do is, what it does is every time you soul blast a card or cards, it gains a +1000 for every card soul blasted. 2 is Stride Fodders, self-explanatory, or you can just use it to find Fenrir and just card from your hand. I run 4 of Shiny Angel. Now this pretty much has the same ability as Chimera, which is when you call it to a rear guard circle, you choose 3 cards, up to 3 cards with Regalia in the drop zone, and you add them to your soul. Now my trigger lineup, of course always 4 heal triggers, Regalia heal triggers to be even more specific. 4 Battle Maiden, can't pronounce her name, but 4 of these crit triggers. Now what it does is as act ability, put into your soul, you choose up to one of your Genesis units and it gets +3. 2 Regalia crit triggers. 2 Dreaming Dragons. Now Dreaming Dragons is a great card for this deck. Resets the deck, and you can shuffle your heal triggers back. Now what it does is GB1, at the end of the turn, you could put this card on top of your deck and you shuffle your graveyard back into your deck. But if you shuffle back 10 or more, then you draw a card. I also run 4 Achilles. I believe that's how you pronounce his name. Obviously, it's for Yggdrasil. What it does is when this card's put in your drop zone, you choose your one of your Vanguards with Regalia in its card name, and it gets +5. And the strides. I run 4 Doom braces, I guess, plural. Has an act ability of once per turn, you can Soul Blast 3, and you choose up to 2 of your rear guards, it gets +5. And if you have 2 or less units, or 2 or less cards in Soul, you Soul Charge 3. 4 Vanguard, because that's a must. It has a great ability. Its ability is at GB2, when you declare an attack, your opponent has to choose whether to guard or not, and then after that, you could choose whether or not you would pay the cost or not. Now its cost is Soul Blast 6, G-Flip 1 of him, and you look at the top 4 cards of your deck, rearrange them any way you want. You can put some on the bottom, you can keep some on top, or you can put the whole thing on the bottom if you want. Put the rest of the cards on the top of your deck, and you continue drive checks and stuff. I run 1 Tyr. Tyr is great. He's a great first stride, in my opinion. Now, what it does is once per turn ability, it's act ability. You Soul Blast 3, and you look at the top card of your deck, put it top or bottom, and then for every card that you drive check that's grade 1 or greater, you get the Soul Charge 3. 1 Blizza.
You may not make a difference.
1 Dione. Now what she does, I rarely use her, but what she does is when you manage to successfully hit your opponent's Vanguard, you Soul Blast 3. You look at the top 3 cards of your deck, you choose 1 card from one of those 3, you add it to your hand, then the rest go into your soul. 1 Medu. And then my G-Guardians, what you do, you discard a heal card, and then you get to call a G-Guardian from your strides or G-Zone, whatever, your face-down G-Zone, into your Guardian Circle. And then I run 1 Screw You, funny enough. It's a 15k base. You can also discard another card for it to gain a plus 10k shield. I run 3 Iris G-Guardians. What she does is she's a 15k shield base. When you call her out of the G circle, you can choose to soul charge up to 3 cards from your drop zone to your soul. But if you soul charge 3 total, then she gets an extra plus 5k shield.
Why?
Because it can. Well, that's my Genesis deck profile, guys. Hope you like it. Remember to like, share, subscribe. See you guys later.